Indeed, save your people from political nonsense. Save your people from disappointment. Save your people from violence. Save your people from things that will cause them situations that won't be comfortable to them. Who is that person that's willing to save his or her people this morning? Can that be you? As everyone is vying for a political seat one way or the other. If not the Senate, it's the representative or it's the presidency. What are you coming with? Is it to seek the interests of Liberians? Or are you coming for your own aggrandizement? There is a little child out there who's waiting for you to reach out to them. There is a person who's visually impaired, who's physically challenged, that needs you to reach out to them. We need someone, yes, someone, not just anybody, who has the country at heart and will prioritize the good of the citizenry and the country as a whole. And as we go to the poll in October, it is incumbent upon us to look amongst everybody who's vying for that seat, to place in there the person who has Liberia and Liberians at heart. And so good morning, and good morning. This is the program Good Morning Liberia. The team is back here this morning to present to you the program Good Morning Liberia. And it feels good to be here this morning again to serve you breakfast. And so this morning I am here along with my colleague, and together we are going to serve you breakfast this morning. But let's quickly introduce ourselves and tell you what are some of the things we will be doing here this morning. So sitting behind the microphone this morning, I'm from Duncan, and I'm here along with
Grace Williams Joshua.
Okay, and we are here this morning, like I said, to serve you breakfast. And there are a couple of things we will be talking about or going through this morning as we are here. So let's go over to Grace Williams Joshua to give us what's on the menu for today.
Okay, thank you, Famata, and I'm grateful this morning to be alive and actually come out here to do my daily routine. For today, we have a guest that will be coming from the CDC to discuss the nationwide primaries that was conducted across the country.
Okay.
And we'll also be diving into the MOU of the recent agreements between the National Elections Commission and that of political parties.
Okay.
In line with the upcoming election and women participation. 30% increment. We'll have some guests that are supposed to appear and discuss that.
Okay.
But we're keeping their name a secret because if we just tell you who they are, you will actually follow the show only for them. So we want you to stay tuned as we dive through our discussion this morning.
Okay, so we are live. We are live. We are live on our Facebook page. So if you are on the internet this morning or the social media, you can follow us from there. And together, let's follow the program. Not only to follow from there, if you are there and watching, you can leave your comments and we'll have it read on the platform today. So like we said, we are in Hakia this morning and we have guests who will appear on the program this morning to share with us on the breakfast. So don't you go away, keep tuned to um, the program. Keep tuned to the program as we are here to serve you this morning.
Okay, I think the music is loud.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like you were saying, you have to go back over what you were saying because the music was very loud. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just saying we are here to serve you breakfast this morning as we are expecting some guests to appear on the platform this morning. And like Grace said, we are keeping their names secret until they can get here. They will introduce themselves. So welcome again to the program. Good morning, Liberia. If you are on the social media, you
Follow us on
can,
Facebook,
yeah.
follow Voice of Liberia, like our page, share, comments, drop your comments because we always read every comment that you leave on this program. And also follow us on YouTube at Voice of Liberia and share and subscribe to our channel to be updated on national issues happening in Liberia.
Okay. So, how was your night, Mama?
Well, I'm okay. Like you can see, everything is fine. I'm cozying up in the studio this morning.
Wow.
Waking up from bed alone is a blessing, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm okay. And you? I see the smile this morning.
I'm smiling though, but I didn't get much rest because I had to leave from here very late yesterday due to preparation and all of that. But it's good to be here. I'm grateful that I'm alive this morning. There were many who went to bed last night and their case is different this morning. Some of them had been rushed to the hospital. Some of them, they are lifeless this morning. But I get to still be up and running. I believe it's by the grace of God. And I must be grateful to Him that I am up and can be on the radio again this morning to have people listening to me and speaking to whatever it is we are here to talk about this morning. So thank God your son is not here today, so you'll be
Yeah, I'm kind
focused.
of relaxed.
You'll be focused because yesterday you were somehow distracted when he cries out there and you like, in fact, I want to go there right now. But thank God he's not here.
It
Okay.
was fun actually.
So where are we starting from this morning?
Like I said, before we can go into today's discussion, our guest will be here. But I don't know, we can look at the jingles. Like when you were reading the jingles this morning about Senator Prince Johnson, the teaser you play, did you listen to what he said in the past?
Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
we
go
can
back to
just
that.
take that. Yes.
Let me see if I can go back.
Presidential material,
Okay.
I would say a BNO no. Why? There are several reasons. When he was Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, he informed Madam Salif, our former president, then the president of Liberia, that a group of people from Grand Judah and Linda County, led by Honorable former Speaker George Parker, had plotted a coup against Madam Salim, and that led to the arrest and imprisonment for a year or two, suffering in jail behind bars. He goes to member and he tells the people, President Will is a thief. This is a lawyer and a street lawyer. You are not, this president has not been.
Let's take this one
Mr.
instead.
Weir is a boy. then I think he's a good boy.
I think this is the one you're
Because
talking about.
Joseph Boyka, former Vice President Boyka, dropped. He collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, you call George Weah, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery that made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who did it in the medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural heart. Compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, I respect him, but I'm sorry for the statement he made. He's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and you elected him. Maybe you call Joseph, George Weah boy because of the age. Because Joseph Boyka is over 70. And this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weah is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly him abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in out of the country for open heart surgery and make it to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The 9 ungrateful lepers is one of those. The first thing, before you can return, everyone good deserves another good. So if Mr. We are sending you to America or whatever country and you were operator on and you got well, if he did not want to do what he did for you, if he was immature and a boy, as you say, he would have left you there to die. When you die, will you reciprocate good for good? No. I don't think you have reciprocated. When you reciprocate good for good, then stick to that. Don't be uttering derogatory or profane languages or statements against this president. That's wrong. You are the other man in the country, old man like you. You got heart trouble. You felt that you collapsed. Somebody help you today, you're speaking. You should be thankful. In everything, give thanks. That is a bigger picture of the man who saved their life through God's power. John Weah was the vessel God used to save Joseph Boyka. Today, because of power greed, he who said that they squander all the opportunities, destroy this country, who became the dominant vampire, corruption, that they say was vampire, did now want to be president. Well, he knew the Liberian people. But whatever you said about John not perfect like me and you, but you who benefited substantially to the extent that your life was rescued, your life was saved. That this young man who flew you, even though that taxpayer money or that your own money, the fact is you could have ignored you. But he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy? Then you owe.
Okay, I think
Well, having listened to what was said in the time past, I'm wondering as to whether Joseph Boakai can still maybe think about what was said. And I'm wondering as to whether he knows the kind of people who are around him all the time. Because with someone who said this about you in the past, but yet and still you choose to work with them. Even though I'm one of those who will always preach forgiveness, letting go, finding peace with people and all of that. But listening to this, maybe he knows what he's doing. He's doing it backed by wisdom and all of that. But with someone who thinks of you in this form and manner, then I'll leave it with people to think what they want to think this morning. But This was not a good one, actually.
Okay. You know, there's a caller that actually participated yesterday in his program, and he said, if you have 3 persons in this country on your ticket, you should be worried. He said one was Eugene Facon. He also talked about Henry Costa
Sure.
and Prince Yomi Johnson. And can you imagine? I don't know if we still have that audio from, but it's okay because we all know that Prince Johnson is now praising Joseph Boaka from all directions. The paper that he said was dead using battery,
Yeah.
and he was the world best politician a few days ago. So Prince Johnson is a confused politician that is not loyal to anything.
Like Costa.
And he's just like Costa. The people are not consistent. Today, let me tell you about Costa issue before coming to Prince Johnson. Costa, whatever you are seeing from the Unity Party today, you help to create it. You created the same monsters you're running away from today, like you call them. I can remember from June 7 protests, the praises you rain on Unity Party in the Stand Bearer.
Okay.
You, Costa, every monsters you crying from today, you created them. Because you never knew. And sometimes, when you dress the devil in time, when you know the devil will come back to flog you.
Sure.
You that dress the devil, if you do any mistake, and you the devil can flog. So that's it. If you say Joseph Boaka is a devil, so you created the devil. You are the one pressing the devil around here. So you can't come few days to election to tell the Liberian people any other thing. Looking at Prince Johnson, if Liberian people ever take this man serious, then I don't know what we want. Because this man is not consistent. Look at the Joseph Boaka him praising today, how he referred to him in the past.
In the past.
Say you call him the president boy. You call him the president because he's a mature boy. You are not, you're the old man in the country. All kinds of names. So these people, I don't know if they are desperate at a specific time, if they want something from you, you now become useful to them. But if they don't get that thing in return, they turn on you.
And in so doing, he has to be very careful because Prince Johnson knows that he's living on battery, like he said.
Prince Johnson, maybe that's the reason Prince Johnson decided to.
Anytime he can tell where the doctors to where
off that
just remove that battery or put a fake one there where by the time he comes back to the country, that battery will wear away and he's finished.
Yeah, he finished. Then by the time the vice president now become president, he will choose his own vice president, which will eventually be Prince Johnson. Then he just take Prince Johnson 2 days to just execute that one. Then he take
because that's something he's capable of doing.
Yeah, he did it in the past. He can do it again.
He can do it before again.
Because if you telling us that Ambassador Boaka is living on battery, according to you that he's half human being, his reasoning is not correct. You said that in the past.
But yet still you choose
to work with him.
Some of such.
You that condemned him before. That's what the Bible says. Your enemy will be your foes too. So that's just it. Your enemy will be the one seeking your glory and what things about to happen for you.
But let's not also lose sight of the fact that the old man knows what he's doing. Because if he can turn down Costa with all of what Costa did, maybe he's waiting for a point in time where
he will tell
where he will do what it is that he wants to do with Prince Johnson. Then at the end of the day, Prince Johnson will come up with his own 40 pages press conference as to what the level of disappointment and frustration he sees in Boaka and all of that. But I don't think this is how we should play along the line, especially with the issue of politics in Liberia, because what they are doing is that we who are the citizens, we are the ones who are left to suffer, because all they do out there is just run after their own interests and forget about us. Whether there are things that they should be doing for us or working in our interest, they just surround everything with themselves and leave us out. So he really needs to be careful. He really needs to be careful.
Prince Johnson is not a man that cares for anything. The way you see Prince Johnson, that's just how it is. If he is for you today, he will say all the good things about you. Like a few days ago when they were in Kanta at the church, you heard Prince Johnson talking about the killings going on in Liberia right now under the regime of President Weah. Well, two years ago, Prince Johnson was the same man saying that the president is the best president. Prince Johnson talking about corruption. 2 years ago, nobody could say anything in this country about corruption, and Prince Johnson not tackle you. Okay, he always won't be around president because he don't want tomorrow that the president will be war crime code that he will
But
pay for what he did in the past.
And apart from that too, you heard what when they sanctioned him, you heard what they say, right? He was sanctioned for pay for play, corruption, and all of that, wherein he makes arrangement with the sitting government, and he gets something out of it.
Yeah.
And in that, so maybe, or anyway, we heard from Costa that Joseph Walker says he would do anything to ascend to the presidency, even if he will work with the devil. So
Even he willing to down with the devil, so that's it. So Prince Johnson is now a serious man. For me, Prince Johnson has never been serious. So by praising Bwaka in the past and coming up today and telling the Liberian people that he don't care, Bwaka is the best choice, because he already know maybe after President we are 2 terms, Bwaka may be the next president.
okay.
So he building his style with Bwaka ahead of time, that Bwaka will see no need to bring war crime code after President we are 2 terms.
And
Maybe you can't tell.
and that should not be the issue, because it's not only because of Prince Johnson. There were many things he did to people, and there are some of those persons still in existence today. And those of the people who are living that did wrong to people in the past, they should be held liable for those things they did. So he shouldn't always rally himself around presidents so that they see the need not to bring war crime code. And if that is the case, and now that he's left from President Weah, and if he will become the president
But
this time around, I believe he should go for that.
with all the level of development president we are carrying on around here, Liberian people seeing it, and now we can see that Ambassador Bwaka was a perfect choice from the start. But those people he surround himself with will be a serious issues for him to win the upcoming election.
Okay.
I'm analyzing from a political point of view, because if you as a politician have been clean and the people loved you as you were, like for Ambassador Weah, you see, he remain who he is, so that like when people love him as simple as he is. That's the same way Ambassador Bwaka. But if you see people maybe coming down hard on President Weah today, it's not because of President Weah, but because of the circle of people around him.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Ambassador Bwaka. So you will see Liberian will say, okay, I prefer to stay with the devil I know than a group of interests I have now seen, and I've seen some of them actually slaughtering people.
Sure.
So for Ambassador Bwaka to surround himself with men like Prince Johnson, and all through he was working with deceptive Henry Costa, he just left. Coming now to the
add
Liberian
another
people,
person on him.
yeah, looking at Jeremiah Kun, all those caliber of people that are not trustworthy. Okay, so the Liberian people will say, okay, I think the best thing we can do is to stick with what we know.
Okay.
So for President, we have to actually lose this election.
You see it possible.
It's not possible
Wow.
unless Joseph Bwaka can clean his confirm.
And actually, the other day, what his name, Nathaniel McGill, was calling on all of the not McGill, but how they call him, the chairman.
Molu.
Yeah, the chairman was calling on all of the ministers to see as to how they can rally their support and elect President Weah back as president of the country. So this thing, the people are not joking. So let him be there and be surrounding himself with people who will cause other people to look at him as someone who's not serious, like you are saying this morning. But one thing we also need to know about the Liberian people is that if their minds are made up, it's made up. There's nothing you can do about it. Just like with the issue of President George Weah, overwhelmingly Liberians voted for him, and they thought that it was time for him to take over. And some of the things we are seeing now, some of the lapses and all of that, we agree that in some areas he's not perfect. No one is 100%, but we cannot attribute his not being perfect or this government not being perfect to him alone. There are other people he also appointed into positions who should be doing the needful, or who should be doing the right things, and instead all of them are only seeking their own interests, and that working towards what he has appointed them to do. And I don't know, maybe it's out of kind heart, him being kind, that he does not want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
shuffle or to remove some of them, but that should not be the case, really.
yeah. President Weah, you see, President Weah is a loyal man. If you struggle with him, he wants to pay you back in any way possible he has. So looking at the people around him, most of them are people that been there, that understands him.
Okay.
So even if you have your 100% qualification, you prefer to build people out of nothing,
Okay.
take you from scratch and carry you where you are. So the fact that they will not work as per his expectation is another thing that should be questioned. Okay, because loyalty is one thing, and giving to the Liberian people what they deserve is also another thing. So let us know that the fact is, it's not about how the person is loyal to you. It's about the well-being of the country.
Sure.
So if you put Liberia first, you want to build Liberia, you want Liberia to be the best, you have to hire competent people. And encourage those people around you to advance themselves.
Sure.
And if you see some level of dishonesty, bring them to check.
Sure.
But you know, most of these things, we just say it, but there are no facts
Okay.
about people around President George. We are being corrupt. But when it's actually brought to his attention from the LACC and other things, and he's not doing anything about corruption or getting those people from around him, then that becomes questionable.
But you also know that the U.S. ambassador to Liberia frowned at the fact that those sanctioned officials, they are vying for seats for this coming election.
Yeah, we've been talking about that, but also McCarthy also said that he is proud of this government, the level of peace they have maintained, and the work President Weah is doing is a thumbs up. But for the sanctions people that's contesting, if Liberians see it fit to establish the War Economics Crime Court, those people can be brought to justice.
Okay.
President Weah, as a president and loyal allies to these people, he's also working from two perspectives, being the president of Liberia and being a friend of these people involved.
And that's the thing.
And those people under the Liberian law, once they are, even if you are behind bars, remember, you have the right to cast your vote. Imagine, these people, as per our constitution, are not facing any charges.
Okay.
They are not like Brandon Samokai. Okay? So if they come up and tell you that they have the right to contest, they were member of CDC before this thing happened. CDC did not expel them.
Sure.
They went to primary. That's where I have problem with Liberian people. You see the stigma being placed on these people by the international community.
Of course.
Quote unquote. These people go for primary. We, the same Liberian people, we elected them to represent the party in an open space. We even journalists were there. They were going live. Yeah, we were going live, and we elected these people to represent our county at the House of Senate. It's not President Weah that voted.
He's not.
He's not. So if the Liberian people choose them to represent them, don't be surprised that after election they will actually vote for those people.
Of course.
Yeah. So if the people choose them, who am I? I'm nobody. The American government, they have their own system, they have their own country, they can only come up with facts and level the country to go ahead and prosecute those people.
That was what the ambassador said. Since they sanctioned these people, the government of Liberia has done nothing further to maybe call these people to book and see as to look into what they said as to whether it's true or not, and we just leave everything undone. And here these people are going into election, and if these people get to be elected again, will this issue of corruption not still continue?
That will be up to the county to decide, because if you look at
And my county, I have Nathaniel McGill.
you see, so if they not go, and you're not part of CDC,
I'm
okay,
not.
you did not go for the primary. So if they were choosing to be who they are, then the representation part of it becomes questionable. If the people in majorities elect this McGill and Tuawe, the president has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
The president has nothing to do with that.
Nothing. And we will have to live with him.
If we have what
We'll have to
happened on
bear
Miss
the
Crown Court
consequences.
here, then we will say we can stand and defend ourselves and push ahead. But we don't have.
Okay.
We don't have. So Liberian, even if we have, the same people will say, okay, since this man is from my county, he's representing me. So he's not questionable to you.
Okay.
I elected him. So that's just another issue. The same way when Liberian people decide today to elect Prince Johnson as president. Nobody can do
You
anything
can't do
about
anything
that.
about it.
Nobody can do anything about that. Nobody can do anything about that. So these are the issues we are faced with. Okay.
Okay, so we are here this morning. We are here this morning on the program. Good morning, Liberia. We've just been joined by the belated birthday lady. And on this show this morning, I'm not going to prioritize her, and the reason why I'm not prioritizing her is because we were never invited. After we were promised, I was asked, what can you drink? And I said I can take soft drink and water.
Chappie
And she
explaining why
said
you can
because of
drink.
that,
Get time for you.
and she said because of that, you are uninvited. So no problem. In fact, welcome yourself.
Good morning. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning to our listeners. My name is Liberia-VOL, and I just joined Sis Famata and Grace in studio this morning.
Okay, you've heard her. Okay. She's a member.
So that's it. If you listen to Prince Johnson, the man is a corny man, like I keep saying the audio this morning. Prince Johnson calling Joseph Walker battery worker. You know, he living on battery. So Prince Johnson, I want to ask one question this morning. You know Joseph Walker working with battery. So you just want to go there, get rid of him, and send to presidency. That's why you sent Jeremiah Kun over, because you know that he's not well. So what Costa was saying are true. Your click to get rid of the old man and what you want to do. But the Liberian people know very well who you are. So the better for you right now is to disengage from all political activities and pay for the crimes you committed. Pay for the crimes you committed. You will, no perpetrators will go free in this country. Those people you kill, the blood you share, the people you make homeless, took their husbands, their fathers, their daughters, their sisters, their uncles, their breadwinners you destroy, you have to pay for them. You did not do it for Nima County, you did it for yourself. This is the time you be answerable to the Liberian people. Pay for what you did and let back on be back on. If you can't pay, apologize and leave our public space for us to look at better people that will represent our children.
And so, Samira, you were not here. We were actually talking about what Prince Johnson said in the past about Ambassador Boakai as it relates to him living on battery. And today he sees him as someone else. So we are speaking from the point as it relates to, is it because he knows that Joseph Boakai is living on battery? It might not be the physical battery that we know. Maybe he knows what he's saying. Is it because of that he chose to rally himself around him so that he can build on that if what we are now praying for happens? Or what do you make of
Okay, so I will start with what I read the last time in one of our local dailies in Liberia. Yeah, PYJ said that through Jeremiah Kuhn, the Mercantil is going to produce the next president, which is Joseph Yuma Boaka. It was what PYJ said. So my question was, is it Jeremiah Kuhn that is going to produce or Joseph Boaka? Is it only Nimba County that is going to produce Joseph Boaka? That was my question because Nimba County is just a county. And before coming to your point, I'm just trying to give the narrative, right? Nimba County is one of the counties in Liberia. And he was saying that through Jeremiah Kuhn, Liberia going to produce the next president. So now it's not Joseph Boaka that is producing Jeremiah Kuhn as his vice president, but it's Jeremiah Kuhn that is producing Joseph Boaka as president. Coming from there, PYJ always making the statement that Boaka is old, so definitely we Nimayans can use that opportunity to be able to get our next president from Nima County. What we have prayed for, even when he went to the areas, when he was trying to go on Joseph Boakasa, when he went to Nima County areas, it was what he said. He said, through this, we can be able to get our next president for the Republic of Liberia from Nima County. So the elders there, they were vexed. They said, "Well, you cannot pray for someone downfall like this. How can you say that because this man is old, so we are going to use him so that Nima County can produce the next president? We are not going to stand with you in that." So this whole thing, says matter this morning is that we all seeing it. It's all glaring. We are seeing what PYJ want to do. His whole, test what he want to do. We are all seeing it. This is why he keeps going on Joseph Boakasa. It's not that he loved him so much. If he had loved Joseph Boaka so much, why he wasn't with Joseph Boaka or the past election? But it was because he was with George Manning, whereas Mr. Weah did not fulfill what he asked for. Probably he asked for something and the president did not give it to him. It was the reason why he saw it as an opportunity to go on Mr. Yuma Boakasa. So it's glaring, says from mother. We all seeing what PYJ want to do.
And
because we have Tiawan Gongolo from Nima County. He's a son of Nima too. Why isn't he supporting Tiawan Gongolo? Why he's sticking on Joseph Boaka? It's all clear. PYJ is saying this thing every day. He's saying that Joseph Boaka is old. And when I trust me, if Jeremiah Kuhn happens to be president, we can say it's PYJ that will be the next president in this country.
Apart from that, we could also see it from the standpoint where we've gone through several elections where Prince Johnson contested, but he did not win, right?
Yes.
So he wants to use this to ride on this to become.
Why he's not going for president this year election?
That's the thing.
Because he has somebody to lean on already. Somebody that has the popularity already. Because the thing is, he's going to depend on Nima. Then he's saying that Nima County is going to produce the next president, which is Joseph Yuma Boaka. How can a county produce a president? How possible is that? So that's the thing, says mother. That's it this morning.
Okay, so we are here this morning and just going through what's unfolding in Liberia. And like we said, we have guests we are expecting maybe any moment from now when they get here.
People calling already.
We will have them on the show this morning, but we are here discussing on wide range of issues here on the program Good Morning Liberia. And I'm pleased that we have the full bench in house this morning. I won't say something, but I will not say I won't leave the radio. I will say.
Says matter, like I said, the month we are still in July, okay? So there's nothing to worry about.
Crazy, yeah.
Honestly, the same thing we check meeting Prince Johnson for. I'm not even looking this morning. You know me? I don't talk with any fear. Honesty is the key to success.
And the Bible, we saw photos.
You don't bite the hands that loved you.
We saw videos.
We're not of class now, That's also a big
Okay, so openly on this radio this morning, I would like to say sorry. I want to apologize to you or openly apologize. And whatsoever thing will be settled
And we sang
after this
birthday song,
program.
yeah.
Of
Oh.
course, it's what I'm saying sorry for. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on this morning. Let's have our team song, and when we come back, we go on to something else.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, welcome back to the program. Good morning, Liberia. And this is where we are this morning discussing a wide range of issues here on the Voice of Liberia. And at this point, we would like to take your reaction or your input as it relates to the program this morning. We want to hear from you. We will take a 5 minutes call in and to hear what you have to say concerning what we are discussing here this morning. And after that, we will be ushering in our first guest on the program this morning. So let's go to the line to take some calls and to participate this morning. Call us on 07709079070, 0880907907, and we get you connected so we hear from you about what you want to put forth on the program this morning. Okay, once again, the numbers are 0770907, We have our first call. Samira, you can take that.
Good morning. Good morning. Walk away from your monitor. You have to walk away from your monitor. Good morning. You are live. I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, my name is Alvin Jerry. I'm from Jokomeleko.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much for the show, man. I really appreciate about the show. Thanks for from that. We let black and blue. We knew what you want. You know what you want. What you want. Or you don't pretend that you don't know what you want. Want to push your mouth, people, and you need to say it's very true. So you push it up. You're not elect. You will go party power. You still to our city party power. You don't let you put it in someone else for your party.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Let's have the next person.
Good morning, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Prince St. Julie, and I do join you from the Borough of Newtown.
Go ahead.
Let me appreciate the two of you in studio for under the operation. Saturday, back when the Prince Johnson supporting Waka, it is very strange. They may have turned into the political commodity.
Política what? Política commodity.
The man is secret. The man comes and says, in my country, whosoever is seeing will get a better man for.
But Nima candidate is far from.
Is Nima country for sale?
Now we think that the Nimanians, they are resource to vote president. We are seeing people in Nima country, they will not be ungrateful to Prince Johnson. They will not be so free to Prince Johnson, but Nimanians going to vote president. We are coming towards them and will defeat the whole rescue mission, the state rescue mission.
Okay, thank you. Let's have this next person.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You are live.
Thank you very much. Good morning to my brilliant
sisters in studio, and the good morning also to the Howard family of the $4 family, or particularly the workaholic CEO, Mr. Sekou, workaholic Sheriff,
Go ahead, boy.
political nations, and Poker Robert.
Poker, you ready the money again?
As the chairman. Huh?
You ready again the money, Poker?
No, man, we have to give flower to people that deserve flower. So, Sheriff, if somebody would never leave in our introduction, will never leave us in our introduction.
Go ahead,
Chief.
Yeah, along with the $4 family. I'm privileged to be the chairman for the Friends of Chairman Tamakochi for the re-election of President George Manning or developmental oriented we are.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I told you from my respective residents.
The introduction alone is not easy.
You said it all, and you knocked the hammer on the nail concerning the clear characteristic of King Johnson. And my sister, how a saying I say it, or say for matter how a saying like all the day, loyalty is not stability. When people is loyal to you, it don't mean that they lack their sense of reasoning. So it got to do with the issue of King Johnson. King Johnson have been taking the people of Lima County loyalty to be like say they don't know what they are doing. But for now, the people are ready to prove King Johnson that loyalty is not stability.
Okay.
And on that background, they have seen the tangibilities of President William working. They have seen the unprecedented effort that President William has carried to the country.
Okay.
On the background, they are not willing to listen to one commodity called King Johnson. King Johnson is just a political commodity. I'm almost said.
Okay.
That market ignorant because of simplicity. He market ignorant because of simplicity. So we are telling King Johnson that the people of Lima, for me, I have a background from Lima County, my mother from Lima County, and my father from Grand Pastor County. So on that background, I know the brains and the brilliance of the people of Lima County.
Okay.
So they are not going to listen to the entertain King Johnson to go the way of Trump Waka. They are going the way of Otombia. Otombia today are carrying more from Ghana to Saga PA. Today, Otombia has taken the children free tuition and free payment overseas. On that background, they are seeing the unprecedented effort of Otombia, and they are going to give President William a overwhelming thank you. And the overwhelming thank will be concentrated.
Okay.
By the bars.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's have this next person. Okay, we lost that person, but we hope you call back. We hope you call back. We hope you call back so that.
Okay, that was it. I think. Are we done with the first segment?
We have another follow-up.
Let's just take this one and then go for a break and come back to our
Okay.
guest.
Good morning, your name and where you calling from? Yeah, you are very low.
Morning. Are you doing?
Yeah, we fine.
Okay.
Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Steve Patrick Dewey. I greet on you this morning from Soaking District 4, Maswara County.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Patrick.
Once more say good morning to you and good morning to the many listeners.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. For some of us, we are aware that there have been a government in this area and they have done much that this government haven't reached an inch of it, that somebody will come want to glorify this government as the best government ever in the Republic of Liberia. Then meaning you are living in a state of Ethiopia where sometimes we realize to you as a man who lives into total Danima.
Okay.
Of course.
Look, seriously, Liberia is not a joking place where people will just feel like we got to come and talk anything that you want to say, and you believe that people who live in this country, they are not people who can understand or can
Make
read
your
history.
point. Don't question people's opinion,
okay,
please.
my point I'm trying to make right now is the issue about McGill, Victory, along with Serena Tifa. But for Serena Tifa, he know what's going on, so he not coming in a political arena to say contesting. But with Victory, along with Nathaniel McGill, these guys was called that they took money from the Liberian people and they tried to enrich themselves, most especially when it comes to corruption.
Okay.
And the American government make everything possible, doing fact checking, and they got all the
Okay,
information.
thank you.
To conclude,
To conclude, let me tell you what they did to Samuel, what they did to bring some guy in Lufa. Matthew even win right after October 10th. Then he has a set to be blamed because you will not tell us it. We are watching them. Let him go ahead and register even 10 times at the neck.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I'll say your time. Thank you.
What you know, the Magidians will not make a mistake.
Go ahead. You exhausted your time. Say for my time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah. Let's take this break, and when we come back, we will be introducing our guests on the platform.
You still have some, please. Not too much, please.
Okay. We are back from our break this morning. We are back from our break. And we have live with us in studio this morning a guest. That's our first guest who will be elaborating extensively on the NEC aspirant summary, right?
Yeah, she'll be talking about this document. I'd like to go into a little bit. There's a registered political party under the auspices of the Internal Parties Consecutive Committee, the IPCC, and in collaboration with the National Election Commission, reached the agreement in Buchanan Grand Bassa County over the weekend following a 2-day gathering to draft and validate a memorandum of understanding for the implementation of a minimum 30% gender quota for candidate listing for the 2023 election. So she's Catherine. She's from Women for Positive Action. She's a CSO representative. So we are diving away from politics for a while to actually discuss women political participation in the upcoming election. So,
Okay.
Madam Catherine, you are highly welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So how are you? Can you better introduce yourself for the public and the work you've been doing across Liberia?
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and to our listening audience.
Sorry for the poor quality of my voice.
Yeah.
So, Catherine colleague BD, Executive Director Women for Positive Actions. Did it? S.
I'm sorry. Women for Positive Actions.
Yes.
So they don't take one actions.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Women for Positive Actions is a local NGO that advocates for women, girls, and children's rights against all forms of violence. We carry on training, capacity building. We carry on awareness. Someone will say, why women and why children? Women because they are the most vulnerable in society.
Okay.
Children because they are underage, they don't make decisions on their own. And most of the time you see them, they are the most vulnerable to ills in society, to violence. So we as an organization take that mantle to advocate for them, to speak on their behalf, to take their voices where they themselves cannot take their voices. So this is why we are advocating for them. So we are in, for now, we are in Bank, Lofa, Nima, and Masorel, of course.
Okay.
We are working around women that are in leadership, women that are in farming and businesses. So those are the women we work with. And in Maserati we work most especially with guys, adolescent guys and children.
So how long have you people been doing this?
We have been registered since 2016, but we took more force into our activities since 2021.
Okay. And
Yes.
what has been the response from some of those you've been working with so far?
It has been positive, so they have been receptive.
Okay.
So they appreciate our efforts as a local organization, advocating for them, training them, and also making them to know their rights. Because I want to
Okay.
making them to identify their rights and know who they are.
Okay, Madam Catherine, let's dive into our discussion. Looking at you and the amount of work you have done across Liberia, where is the motivation coming from about women inclusion into politics?
So, firstly, when we look at our history, the issue about women representation at all leadership level is very, very low. So, years back, women has been at the back for so long. Women voices have not been heard on the table, on the round table for discussion. Even when some of them are there, their voices cannot be heard. They are just part of the numbers. So when they come to, they say, oh yeah, she was there, but not at the decision making table. And knowing that women has a lot of potential, we are potential women, so we cannot continue to see women at the tail. We cannot continue because what we know that women, when they are in leadership, they bring different dynamics to the table.
Okay.
So for some of us, seeing the potential that are in women and seeing them at the low table or at nowhere, we say no, we must carry the message out. Most of them are potential, like I said, but they are afraid, they fear. So we as an organization now, we take that authority, we take that initiative to go out there to talk to women, to wake up, to talk to women, to know their value.
Okay. What motivated you? Which NGO are you working with in flanking women participation in this whole MOU stuff that went on with NEC and that of political party? Do you think political party will adhere to this mandate from the NEC that every political party should have 30% inclusion of women on their ticket? The only part I'm seeing actually is from the vice presidency, because we have like 60% women representation for that level. Senate, I think Senate is 22 or 17%. I need to check the update from there and get that. But do you think women, like the political party, what they are doing right now, do you think they will include women as they promise?
Even if they will include women, from what we are seeing, because the nomination is, I can say, is almost over or it's over. So they, even if they include women, the quota that they are signed up to, they are not going to live up to it. Yes.
Yeah. The recent ones of representation for female 17%, while male is 83.
Yeah.
And we have for president, we have 0, and male is 100%. For Senate, we have 4% women representation, and we have 99% representation for women, and for male, we have 93% representation. For vice president, I say that's why women actually dominate. We have 60% women representation for vice president, and we have 40% for male. Do you think it's a fair court, or it's still low?
It's not fair at all.
Okay.
So it's not just low, but it's very, very low. So for some of us who from the civil society angle, who have been training women, who have been creating more awareness around women participation, not just participation, but women going at the highest level, women sitting in leadership, we are really disappointed. We are very disappointed. And take it from me, nobody will say we are not working. Obviously, we are working. We are definitely working. But those men, from my...
100% for presidency.
So, like, from my own as a person, I feel that the men are afraid. They are afraid because women are a major contender. They know what women bring to the table. They know the difference. Women's style of leadership is distinct. It's distinct. And not just distinct, but it's rewarding, it's productive.
But
So for this reason, the men are afraid. They are afraid that women will be healed. Women will be more recognized than them.
yeah, if you will say that, then I would want to say, why will the men be afraid when the women themselves, they are not braving the storm to come up and support themselves and act with the notion that in as much as these men can vie for a position, they can have it. They too can also vie for the position, and they can have it with all of the trainings and information you people are disseminating to them.
The thing is, a lot of you people who just sit behind the microphone, but you don't know what is really unfolding. Women are not afraid anymore.
Okay.
I can tell you for free. For women in the field, who we engage with women are not afraid. But one of the reasons why you see women are not coming up, the issue around support.
Okay.
It's not that women refuse to run or compete, but the issue about support, that's the major challenge that women are faced with.
So if
Men are more in a position when it comes to support. For an example, I will take it from the south side angle. Some of those women are potentially want to go, but you look at somebody telling you, say, before I support you, I must sleep with you. These are some of the reasons why you see women are staying back, because some of them are holding their value. Yes, I don't have money, but I'm qualified.
Okay.
So why would somebody reduce me to just be the bare mate?
So if that is the case, if that is the case, then don't you think that organizations of such needs to go beyond the aspect of just informing these people that they need to wake up, they need to make decisions? Don't you think they need to go beyond that and come in with the support aspect?
But like you saying, organizations need to. And this is what the organizations are doing. Now, international organizations are one of them. For example, UN Women.
Okay.
Looking at UN Women, you're looking at the Swedish government. Those organizations are organizations that are really supporting women leadership. They are spending their money, but they cannot do it all. We look at government who angle too. What can government do to support women? What can government do? Government need to do something. We cannot keep relying on NGOs. We cannot keep relying on international donors. This is our own. Government need to take initiative.
Okay, so since the existence of this organization, how many trainings have you had?
They are accountable. Actually, I cannot give you the amount of training, but what
But actually, some of these things have to be on record.
yeah, so let me just give you statistics now.
Okay.
So I'm about to talk and then you hijack me.
Sorry.
So statistically, approximately we have gone over like 50 different trainings.
Okay.
Yes, but it's not restricted or limited to women political participation only. Like our trainings are varieties of training.
I'm told that you are at the Royal Palace, the Single Palace Hotel with India. What are you people going to be doing there today?
So India have the 3 months training, civil society, media, female media personnel, and also political aspirants on any violence against women in election,
Politics and
in
media.
politics and media.
Yeah.
Yes, so the issue about women rights being violated when it comes to political system, it cannot be overemphasized. It's something, it's on a everyday business.
On a large scale.
Yes, every time women are into politics, they are being bullied, they are being stigmatized, they are being harassed at so many levels. So all the different trainings are there to put in place so women can go out there and speak for themselves.
Okay, looking at the alliance you formed at through the help of India, which is One Liberia.
Yeah.
One
Liberia.
Women Alliance
Network. Yes.
So looking at you, what you will be doing, are you going to focus only on political party, or are you going to cut across media and women that have been bullied on the social media and national scene?
So now it's not only political party. We have formed the alliance because we observe all the time, even women that are now aspiring, they are being harassed or violated indirectly. Some of them, and some of them also have been violated directly. So this is cross a cut. It's cross cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the communities, because there are some women, because they vow to support or female candidate, even in their home, they are being violated. Economically, they are being violated. Wherever they find themselves. So all those women, the awareness we are going to carry out there as an alliance is going to affect all of them. So we are calling them out to report.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we need to open our line now to get the public to interact with Catherine. So you think that the work you are doing will yield fruits one day, that women will be included in politics across the country? Do you think it will yield fruit?
Sure, I'm very optimistic.
Okay, thank you.
And being optimistic is not about setting.
It's about working.
Yeah, I am working towards that. I'm working by His grace. And the thing is, because we as an institution, Women for Positive Actions, we have passion for this job. So even out of donor funding, we still do what we do because we love this job. So we do that to make sure that we make a positive impact.
Okay, so you said that you guys have had over 50 trainings, and some of the trainings you people had, are you seeing the work coming out of it because you have been training women? Are you seeing some of these women being potential in society? Are some of them coming up positively?
Sure. So just to give a practical example, we are undertaking a project right now. The project is sponsored by WPHF, that is Women Peace Humanitarian Fund. It's sponsored through Young Women Liberia. So our organization benefiting from that project. And with this project, we are in 4 counties implementing. It's a partnership. We are partnering with all our local CSO. Cranky Mount Bonk, Lofa, and Grand Bassa. So since the inception of our training, few women have come out to run for political space. In Bonk County, for an example, in Batala, to be specific, District 5. Because of our training, I think she had a ambition, right? But she was thinking how to say out, how to come out. But because of the training, she had braved the storm and opened up and said, I'm running.
Thank you very much. We now go over to Famata, who will open the line shortly, because I think we're expecting another guest on our second segment.
Okay, callers on 0770907907
The feedback, we have feedback.
0880907907, and we will get you connected.
Okay, go ahead. I think you're sorry.
And we will get you connected to hear from you about what's your take on what our guest said this morning as it relates to women participation in decision making and all of the efforts they are exerting to see as to how to bring women up to have that confidence in themselves, and for those who have confidence in themselves already, to see as to how to see themselves as equal to do those very same things that we see the males are doing around here. So call us on 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907, and we have you to participate on the program this morning.
So, I think women will be represented one way or the other. We're getting there.
Yes,
I
but
think-
not to our expectation.
That's the only thing for now,
That's
because
our
with the
expectation.
statistics you
I
were
think
reading
we
this
have
morning.
a call there. There's a call.
Somebody wanted to talk to Catherine.
Okay, we have someone on the line. Let's have this person.
Good morning, your name and where you calling from? Please lower your radio. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Your name and where you calling from? Good morning, your name and where you calling from?
We lost that person.
Okay.
We hope you call back. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907 are the numbers that get you connected to talk with our guest this morning, so that you understand some of what she had to say to the program this morning. So
So like I was saying, right? Our expectation with the level of work we're doing, our expectation has broken down. Look at neighboring country Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone just for election almost a month ago, and we saw what happened there. The issue about women in politics, the number has increased in the
I saw
Sierra
that.
Leone
I
election.
saw that.
Yes, the number has increased. This is just a neighboring country to us. The number has increased, but why Liberia? Why? And I mean the same work.
Because people are afraid, women are afraid. Even we're not in politics today.
And that's
If
the real
you see the audio leak every day, sex tape.
I differ with you guys.
I know you
Actually,
differ with me, but
Actually.
these are some of the things that affect me and keep me in the back.
Of course, and
Like-
like you said, we wouldn't sit on the microphone, and most often we are in the field. And if you were going in the field trying to talk to some women, we call people to talk. You always see men coming to open up and share their thoughts.
Do you
not
know?
women.
Do you know how many women in those very political parties that stood up to run for primary and they were denied?
It's the same public that deny them.
No, what I'm
I know we
saying.
have someone in the line that interact with the public. Good morning, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Brown Stanley from Monrovia.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much. And let me thank Catherine. I listened to her. I listened to you guys this morning. But you know, before I let my thought, let me just give you the parable. Parable. It says a monkey far out in the tree over there and let the child drop on the ground. What the branch can do. The parable is when you talk about voter registration, you see a lot of women register. Even the various districts, most of the women will be vying for. You have women schools or women voters. But they will leave their home and take the bill. So the thing is, in your mind that if you are talking to some of the potential women to come out to contest, they can go down to the female voters and caution them why women representation is needed in the parliament or in the legislature. When you do that, and the grassroots female voters have that confidence, I think it will be good for you people. But as long the well-to-do beat you there, women get our confidence and the grassroots
Okay.
So y'all have your one step ahead. No problem. Go ahead.
Thank you. 07709079070880907907907 are the numbers to get you connected to talk with our guests this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just want to say something on what the caller just said. The thing is, it's true, but it's not only because they don't want to support. When you look at Liberia, it's a patriarchy, I know, form of leadership. And one of the reasons why you see many women also are not voting for the film women is because of the issue of a tradition, norms, culture. It's a strong barrier. So, if I'll give you practical example again. My example are all practical and realistic. In Lofa County, where we are working, we're working with one other candidate there again. We declare intention. She's there. I will not call it district because there was no street. So, in our Lofa County, she stood up and not just standing up, but she had the base. People are in her favor. But you know something? The tradition errors. They call her to a right table. The other males that are running, they said, do you know something? We want you to stay away because this man is running. And we want the man to go this time. Let's wait for next time. She said, why next time? When I qualify to go in, I got people that are in favor of me. The people have seen my work. They said no. So all the other people agree with the tradition and leaders. But as for her, she said no. She stood up. You know what happened to her? Afterward, she still started, carrying more awareness. She got afflicted. I got a picture. She got afflicted from head to toes. She nearly died. You know what she did? She fled overnight to neighboring country, Guinea, because Guinea is not far from Lofa. And she went to seek herbalists to get herself treated. And she came back. She said, I almost died because of this. But you know what? She said that really I enjoy and I feel like this indeed, this is what you should do as a woman. She said no matter what, no matter the intimidation from them, no matter the threat, I'm going to stand tall and go into the race. And I'm going with a winning mindset. So that's what we're talking about. Women, some of them, I'm afraid, like I said, fear. You saw what happened to Potokane? Fear. The issue about fear because of tradition norms and culture is something that is holding some women back. And I want the reason why the voters, some of the voters who are women don't want to vote for the fellow women because the tradition.
So what then do you think we can do around that?
So this is what we are doing as an organization. We are going in the community engaging. So we are doing engagement with those very traditional people. Every time we have training and workshop, we invite them. They are the stakeholders within the county. We invite them to disabuse the amount of letting women to just be on the side.
Okay.
No. So gradually, they are beginning to understand now. Gradually, some of them are in support of women.
Okay.
Yes. But as time go by, you will see the whole issue about tradition, norms, and culture stopping women from going to leadership. It will go away. Because like I said to you, the Bonkante woman, she's currently, what do you call the position? Paramount chief.
Okay.
Yeah. They said, I'm not paramount chief member.
She's the chief for the thing.
Superintendent, something like that, yeah. She holding down.
Representing her clients or something.
Yeah, she holding down. She's a commission.
Okay.
She's a commission for Batala.
Okay.
Batala, she's a commission for Batala and community in Bonkante. Batala.
Wow.
So she's currently a commission and she wants to graduate from that commission level to a representative level.
That's a good one.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we have our next guest who
Okay, so
out there.
thank you, Catherine. It was nice having your parting comments before you leave.
So I want to say thank you, but this time is very short. I hope next time.
Yeah,
We were
will
expecting
also-
actually by
yeah.
8 to 9 where you came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next time, and then we will have a lengthy discussion about and all our CSO colleagues
will be
I
here.
think we'll all be together
Okay.
and amplify our voices because we know that at the radio level, there are a lot of listening audience, so
Sure.
the coverage is wider. So for me, it doesn't matter about the colors, right? But people are listening.
Sure. Sure.
People are listening. So my party comment is people that are out there, the few women that the political parties are carrying and those that are running as independent candidate, vote for them. You are in a community, you are male, you are woman, vote for your friend woman. If women are in leadership, there are a lot of positive things happening, different things happening. Women will not tell you, say, before I pay your child school fee, I will sleep with you. No. Women will not intimidate you and tell you, say, you guys, your ballet is very good, You know, not I've been eyeing you. No. Women will believe in holding your hands to take you to one step. Women will support you no matter what. So I'm urging you all.
Talk to her before she go. We can squeeze
No, 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 no. Let her just.
Okay.
So I'm urging you all out there to vote for women. Please, the few that are running, let them be elected.
No.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to always having you around, and I want to one more time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being here, and that's it. You've heard from her, and so
I'm feeling wasted. Yeah, we can't watch you. So nice to meet you guys. Yeah, I'm good at
Taking my film. Please work on this. So Chris, I will sit here, right?
Yeah, that's an order.
well, I don't know how many they are on the government or the second one.
I just 2 persons supposed to come. Because the 2 persons come in Chris, I will sit, so the 2 persons sit here, sit here. Then they came out with the 2 persons.
So it's already set.
Yeah, it's already.
Is it already set?
Yeah, I'll take one more. They put on the one tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I'm doing it now.
Oh, yeah, film. You will not tell me now.
I'm doing it now.
Still not set it. Jump for big. Yes, I am.
No problem.
Yeah, people don't work and see.
They won't burn my hand. They go in.
Come.
So you'll sit this way.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but we have space for only 2 persons right now. So all together. Yeah, then one of our.
Somebody got issue?
I don't know where you're passing.
Sit Chris.
Okay, then what we do? With banking, you have to let them because that pay for.
No problem.
You can sit down as well.
So Chris is on the side.
They can say that. No.
The camera is not on the side.
Right? Yeah, you said that.
You sit on this side, let him use this side.
We don't
He
know
did
what
different
it's for.
setup.
You see us in the camera?
No,
He did different
all
setup.
the cameras, everything on.
But I see the
So,
camera
see,
outside.
so
No,
if you guys
And it wants
when
on
the
this
camera is
side.
on, no problem.
camera on.
Is the camera
And it's
on?
not on, right? Yeah, please sit this way.
Don't be personal with me. I beg you.
Oh, personal. Why can't I your father see bonus side?
Yeah, but I did not hear what they were marking my
It's
ears.
okay.
My
So
ears.
I
Be
think
too
good
personal,
now.
please.
Thank you. Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we okay now?
No.
We okay now, right? Okay, this is how we'd like to welcome you back to the second and final portion of the program here. Good morning, Liberia. We've just had a discussion with our first guest, and we are having our second guest in right now. Is the headphones okay now? Okay.
Okay.
So, Grace, kindly
Okay,
let us know who
yeah,
we
our
are having
MSU.
right now.
Okay, we actually have a team from the Martin Coalition for Democratic Change. They are here to lengthily discuss the just in a primary. I'm told that follow that process live. As transparent as it was, I'm excited to actually be talking to you about that process and how you are going to motivate all political parties that as per our upcoming elections, they will follow and learn from what you did. So you're highly welcome to this program. And introduce yourself for the audience. Thank you.
Okay. Again, thank you so much. My name is Liberia-VOL. I was the Secretary General for the Moserano County Primary Committee, and I also played the role of the National Vice Chair for Policy Planning and Program of the Coalition for Democratic Change, for the Congress for Democratic Change angle. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
And you? Okay.
My name is
Come to
Melvin.
the microphone, please.
My name is Melvin T. Brown, and I'm the Secretary General of Moserano County Youth League CDC, and I was also privileged to serve as the Chief Strategist on the Region 5 Primary Committee, Sino and Green County, respectively.
Wow.
Okay.
So as the transparent process we watched from the city, I hope it was the same. for
Yeah,
you.
sure.
So what brought you to our office this
The
morning?
last person.
Oh,
Okay, good morning.
I
all
won't
of you.
leave you out. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name is K. Mantishan Senior. I'm the National Vice Chair for Administration Movement for Economic Empowerment, a party that is a constituent member of the coalition. I'm also the chairman, or was also the chairman for the primary held in Region 5. That includes Sino and Grand Crew counties.
Wow, no, you people enjoying for NASA. It's not easy.
By
Did you
process,
fresh
we
meat, all those
certainly,
things around your end?
we had a very good time. The food were organic, and it was good to be back to our roots. And it's important to be here this morning. Thank you so kindly.
So
Okay. Go ahead.
I like to start with you from the Sano region. What can you say about this whole primary process? What motivated the CDC to actually make this thing open this time around to the press and addressing citizens about their happiness, mostly from your side?
The CDC, as a political party, believe in the tenets, the doctrine of democratic process, full participation of the people. So when the idea or the time came to organize the primary across the country, the chairman in Mr. Honorable Jefferson Koji, this lawmaker of this the city, this great city, who was the chair of this committee, I told the whites that this time around we'll move the primary across the country. You will be surprised to know that we have in fact 6 regions that include all of the counties. And so I was fortunate to lead the team to Region 5 that includes Sandal and Grand Coulee. So the process was actually or basically intended to provide our people an opportunity to fully participate in what determine who represent them. So it was on that basis, it is on that basis that we thought to reach out across the country and so that the people will fully participate. Every district across this country by our parties that involved in the constituents were represented, involved in the coalition rather, was represented by 50 delegates. So that will tell you how many persons. We are talking about 450 persons from every district, electoral district across this country were involved in this process. We were demonstrating to the world, we were demonstrating to our friends out there that indeed the party believes in full participation of the people in our democratization, in enhancing our democracy. And so it was on that basis we thought to reach out. And I want to thank you to the chairman, the lawmaker of this great city who provided us this opportunity to reach out far and wide to bring our people to decide who become their leader in the next government.
Thank you very much. Over to you. Let's hear you.
Again, thank you very much. Representing the Congress for Democratic Change, also playing the role of the National Vice Chair for Program, Policy and Planning on the Youth League angle, and being able to be selected, as the Secretary General of the Montserrat County Primary Committee. The Congress for Democratic Change or the Coalition for Democratic Change, we have been a very democratic institution over the years. We continue to lead by example, and that's why the weaklings from the other side continue to copy all of what we do on a daily basis. This is not the first time we have had transparent primaries. Our primaries activity have always been very transparent, and that's why you can see that for each time the Congress for Democratic Change or the Coalition for Democratic Change, start to host a primary, we invite the entire media, landscape in the country. And evident by that, we saw that in 2020 when we selected Polita Wia, as the candidate on the ticket of the Congress for Democratic Change or the Coalition for Democratic Change. That was D12. We have the entire media assembly there to make that decision. They have always been transparent, even at the party headquarters in 2017. The primary was very elaborate. So this is a continuation of our democratic credential. They have been proving very, very transparent. The media was in the house. Again, as I said rightly, we have had the distribution process because we have 9 political parties in the coalition. Before we were 3 political parties. Now we have 9 political parties. That is the Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC, the National Patriotic Party, the NPP, the Liberia People Democratic Party, LPDP, the Union for Liberian Democrat, ULD, the Movement for Economic Empowerment, MOVE, the People Liberation Party, PRP, and the Coalition for Democratic Action, the CDA, the United People Party, UPP, and the Redemption Democratic Coalition, RDC. So the 9 political parties actually forming part of the coalition. So this primary process was not just the Congress for Democratic Change making a decision, but each of the different political parties have their different setup. They have the zonal leadership, they have the youth leadership, they have the mainstream in each of the different districts, and also have the women league. So the way we did the metric was that for the youth league, we will have 10 representatives. For the women's league, we will have 10 representatives, and that from the zonal 10 and 20 from mainstream. So if you do the math, that is 50. So each political party in each district presented 50 delegates. So 50 times 9 political parties, the total delegate voting was 450. So that's how we derived the metrics. So with that metrics, we were able to spread that across all of the counties. So they came from the Sando side, we were in Maserado. Again, the Maserado process, you people follow it very keenly, you know how transparent it was. So the 17 electoral districts in Maserado were able to go in there, conduct a very competitive primary. We understand there were a few districts that we actually did not have opposing candidates, because the candidates that won on the Coalition of Democratic Change ticket, they were very, very strong. So they did not have any opposition. For example, there were a few districts that had a for district number 6, Kumre Adolor Richard number Simwe, he won a white ballot. For district number 3, district number 1, Ruth James, she won a white ballot. And for district number 8, where Honorable Accra's Moses Gray comes from, he also won a white ballot. For district number 10, where Josephine Davis comes from, she won a white ballot. And for district number 13, Ellie Papi Flomo also won a white ballot. And for district number 17, Bernard Blue Benson also won a white ballot. So these are a few districts that we did not have any contender. And again, district number 5, Eric Vale also won a white ballot. So, and Samuel Kofi Jones from district number 3 also won a white ballot. The rest of the other districts were heavily contested, districts, and the process very competitive. You go, I mean, see from the live feeds.
Okay, let's go over to the brother here from my side. Go ahead. I think you found the questions already.
Yeah, thank you. My two distinguished leaders and brothers have elaborated on the metrics and the play-by-play description of the primary process. As for me, I'm just going to keep it to the transparency and the fairness of the primary. For the fact that, like I said, I was assigned in Sino in Green Creek County, and we were able by the able leadership of K. Shine, we were able to conduct a free, fair, and transparent process within Sino, 3 districts in Sino, 2 districts in Grand Creek County. In district number 1, we had a very competitive process where Madam Honorable Power Care emerged as a winner. In district number 2, we had a whereby the candidate from the NPP angle, Honorable Samson Kwijuwe. And in district number 3, we had a very competitive, heated process where Honorable Alex Solomon Noan emerged as a winner. And in that process, we had a CDC candidate, we had a MOVE candidate, we had an LPDP candidate. It was how competitive the process was. Then we moved to Grand Creek County, and also in Sando, we had Honorable Kudowo Donkey winning on the web ballot as a central candidate. It was a transparent process. The people cast the ballot for all of those candidates, all of those who have won the primary process. And the chairman for the started by having a consultative meeting with all of the political parties' chairperson, which he did. And I saw it was also done in Moswala County or within the 6th region. After a consultative meeting with the non-political party chairperson, he gave them the play-by-play description, and he also vetted those delegates. Because we wanted for our process to be free, fair, and transparent, we just never take anybody as a delegate. They were vetted through a competitive process. We moved to Grand Creek County where we have a white ballot candidate. In district number 1, we have councillor. We had a councillor. In district number 2, we had another councillor, J. Fanatic Kofa, and the senatorial was also won by the white ballot candidate, the Senate Pro Tem. So our process was extremely transparent. Like was in Grand Creek, the candidate was also vetted. It is not because those were going on wet ballot, so we decided not to vet them, no. And so our process was extremely transparent. It was open to the people, and the party chairperson also cast the ballot for those wet ballot candidates. And through all the 6 regions, the process was a very open one. Like you attested, you follow the process in Moswala County, and then we have press people in all of those counties that we are conducting our primary. So I think we bring to you a very transparent process, like little Bas said. No political party can conduct a primary like ours. In 2019, it happened. In 2020, we had 1,500 people voting to make sure on the Tumon Peace Father contest as a central candidate on the party ticket. That's how transparent the CDC is.
Okay, thank you. Let's go up to
So thank you ever so much, because I sat and listened to all of you talk about how transparent the process was, and I'm yet to understand or have an understanding as it relates to what's the criteria you people use as it relates to selecting these persons to the various positions.
I mean, let's do that briefly, and my colleagues will say. Basically, as we stated earlier, remember we are 9 political parties forming the coalitions. One basic criteria set by the independent primary committee was that if you intend to contest or to run on a particular party's ticket through the coalition, what you need first of all is a good standing
Okay.
from your party. Let's say I'm from Move. I must communicate with my party leadership and then have them informed that I intending to contest or to run in district number 7, for example. What is important now is that my party will vet me based on my records. They will check my status, whether I'm a dupe in the first place, whether I've been actively engaged with the party, whether I'm in leadership or not, but whether I'm actively engaged with the party's workings. So upon that, it is incumbent upon that the party now will do a formal communication of good standing to the primary committee to have the committee informed that yes, Mr. K. Martishan is in good standing. He has met all of the criteria to run on the coalition ticket through the primary. So these were basic information. It is how good your character or your record is. Because as we stated earlier, the party itself believes in the tenets and doctrine and philosophy of full participation. And so people were not being denied, or people are not going to be denied based on their based on whatever condition or circumstances. So what is important is your good standing, is your record, is how much you are engaged with your party, your respective parties, and that is a very clear basic or criteria to give you the opportunity to run on the party ticket or slot on the ticket.
Yes, to just buttress and also provide additional information, the president issued an executive order that people wanting to contest the election should resign their federal government position. So prior to coming into the election process. So in Liberia County, a candidate from district number 11 was disqualified because he did not resign from government. So that was one of the major criteria that we used to vet candidates. Again, as I said rightly, from the Coalition Democratic Change angle, from the Congress for Democratic Change angle in Liberia County, we vetted people on the basis of the engagements with the different districts and the district leadership, because as you're very much aware, these people who are voting in the election, the delegates are partisans from each of the different political parties. So these people will actually go back to the different districts, get to interact with all of the different district chairpersons of each of the constituent parties, interact with them, and then they will do a list of the different candidates or the aspirants who got interest in contesting for that district a seat, and they will submit that name to the primary committee. So the primary committee then will go about doing the all of vetting process in terms of good standing, and that good standing also defined on the basis of whether you're working in government as a appointee or if you ever resign. So if that did not happen, you'll be disqualified. Even if you don't payment of your fees, you'll be disqualified, and that happened in district number 11. So, I mean, basically, the criteria for candidates, who participated, that just a brief analysis of that. With respect to the delegate, I can provide an analysis, how we see that delegate. So each of the political parties bring in 15 delegates, and the delegate is determined based on the youth leadership. That is 10% from the youth leadership for each of the parties, and 10 from the women leadership and the senior leadership of each of the parties. And we say mainstream would mean the mainstream district leadership, 20 from there. So if you add 10, 10, 10, 20, that's 50. So 50 times 9 political parties, 450 delegates. So those delegates were the ones voting. But you saw on the live feed, right? Most other places were heavily, were attended as though one of the weakling political party or Joseph Parker was launching a campaign, and that
So
was just a primary process.
did you inform every let's say aspiring in all of the constituents you went to? Did you inform everybody as it relates to the primary process?
Oh yes,
because if so, this Jimmy Smith was like putting us some tension. So I want you to.
So you asked the right person here on the Jimmy Smith issue, because I was the one who texted each of the different aspirants in the districts, and Jimmy Smith was texted, to attend the primary, and he replied with a very nice, write-up. He replied, inviting us to the district and how we are invited to the very beautiful district number 2 to conduct the process. So he's aware. In fact, he sent a message there twice, and also he was aware. And I also called you on the phone. We talked directly. So I'm not talking about somebody here who did not contact. So that claim, you obviously know when people are defeated, you obviously try to find ways around to justify, why they were defeated. I mean, that was the process.
And just to buttress, like you stated, and earlier Melvin said, on this process or during this process, what we did was before or as soon as we arrive in a particular county, we communicate. We have people we refer to them as stakeholders.
Okay.
Those aspirants are stakeholders. The county authorities are stakeholders because we cannot work in isolation. These are the folks who are going to contest on the party tickets. So we engaged them even before we arrived. So when we arrived, we had a stakeholder meetings.
Okay.
And that was not once, that was not twice. We had these conversation times with our members to have them informed that we've come in the county and will be conducting the process at this time and on this day. So yes, they were all engaged, they were all informed. There's no county that we went to when we did not have a stakeholders conversation to get the aspirants involved, in terms of our activities.
So then how do you intend to settle disputes as it relates to that?
Regarding that, I want to tell you clearly that all of issues regarding dispute, disenchantment, or dissatisfaction has been addressed. We have a dispute and resolution committee, part of our independent primary committee. All of these issues have been addressed. In fact, that's why we are even preparing the July 14 program. I think we'll speak about that as we proceed. But we have resolved all our dispute, all our conflicts have been settled, and that is why we have our candidates officially now. Candidates will be certificated on the 14th of July at the CDC office.
Okay, I want to ask a very sensitive questions. Looking at the MOU with political parties and that of NEC for women 30% inclusion, how are you working on that?
It is a very key, in fact, the president takes key interest into this. As part of our activities, we've been encouraging full participation of women. Yes, it is very important. This gender-sensitive thing has to do with 30% female participation at all levels of government, and that's why you see even across the country there are too many females in several sectors, in land ministry and agency. Yes, so it is a very key, interest of the president and the party in general across the country. We will provide you, I think, as we proceed, the total or statistics of female candidates who will be contesting.
And you sure that CDC will reach a 30% target?
I'm very certain.
Yeah,
The party is certainly working on it, and I can assure you that we will certainly, if possible, we will even reach that gap.
Let me come in before Melvin.
Okay, go
on
ahead.
a specific issue. The bill is a general parity, 30% general parity, one of female or male, right?
30%, but we actually looking at women inclusion.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the general law, right? That they say general parity bill, 30%, one of male or female. So women,
30%.
okay, in the case because male are dominant, so we say women 30%. But the issue is we have been the champion of women participation in politics, evident by the president and the vice president election in 2017. Also, that the government of the Republic of Liberia, led by His Excellency Dr. George Manneh, has more women appointment.
So how many female were successful from Maserado?
So, 30% will not come from Maserado. The 30% will be from around the country. So from Maserado, we have 2 candidates who are female in Maserado. Okay. So Josephine Davis and Ruth James in Maserado, district number 1, district number 10.
Yeah, thank you.
So again, so she asked a question about whether we send communication out and the disenchantment on Jimmy Smith.
Yeah.
I just share with her.
I saw you saying
let me read before you come in. And it says, greetings, Partisan Smith. The Independent Primary Committee is pleased to inform you that the election process of your district, Electoral District 2, is scheduled for today, 10 a.m. at the party's headquarters in Jacobtown. Kindly make sure that you are present and on time. And let's hear the response. It says, welcome to our beloved and vibrant District 2, Maserado County. Please feel free to provide me with any or related information applicable to the event as I remain available. Sir, thanks. Welcome to our beloved. I think that's the same thing he sent.
Doesn't matter why he's raising concern that he was not even know.
That's the thing, because we've read.
So this. my concern is, I think it has proven that we get engaged with stakeholders this happened in Moswara County. In our own county, my chairman was privileged to text Honorable Nathaniel Bowie.
Okay.
We entered Barclayville, acknowledging him that we are in his district and putting before him the plan of action as it relates to the primary. So that nobody say they are not aware. Because losers always have issues. It's always the case everywhere around the world. Losers always make up stories.
Okay.
All of these people were respected for the fact that you went through a process, you registered to partake in the process. But the moment you lost, you take it back. You see, you don't know the process. These are all loser stories. So
let me go back to the question Grace asked as it relates to female participation, all of that. So in totality, how many females you people have on your ticket?
No, the challenge just said we can be correct statistically. But inside though, district number 1, Barrakia 1.
Okay.
Like Mandela said, in Moswara, they have two. In Sano, some have 3 districts. District number 1 was won by one of the Barrakia. The remaining 2 districts are male. In Grenville, 2 districts, 2 male. So I can assure you that we will reach the 50%. The CDC is our president is a feminist in chief.
That's a 30%.
Will you be supporting Alex Tyler that broke away from the CDC?
Okay, so
Okay, but we hear anything about primary contact.
yeah, so again, the full report of the primaries from the various counties will obviously be provided, and that's why right now we're doing the conclusion report. These are just preliminary results. So obviously the chairperson of the primary committee, Honorable Jefferson Tamakochi, the secretary general of our party, will go about, reading out all of the different winners, and the results will be posted, and the results probably will also be shared on Facebook,
okay,
and other platforms, even in the newspaper for people to read. Because as you're aware, candidates are already started doing their registration at the level of the National Election Commission.
Sure.
So, with respect to, I think we addressed the question of 30% women participation. In Boston we have to. So if you do 30% of what? 30% was 73 representative from the House of Representatives, right? So you have to do that number. The 30% probably will be around, I haven't done the math, but let me just do it quickly. Today, what is that number you'll be looking at? So that is point three.
So while he's doing the math,
so we talk about around probably 21, let's say 21 and candidates from around the federal county. So most of we have 2 right now. I believe my Gili probably got about 2 or 3, and then Sando 1. So we'll be able to derive that number. Grandma Sando got a huge chunk of that, so we'll be able to meet that bench mark and even beyond that.
So when do you?
The public will be officially informed in terms of the percentage on the 14th, because when we be certificating our candidates, those who are elected on the party ticket.
Okay, because as
so
well,
yes, I will be certificating them and all this information that you need to know how many percent, and I can assure you that we will reach that threshold, that 30% threshold. I can certainly have informed in the studio that we will pass that amount.
But having said that, the CDC is a representation of democracy in Liberia. You people should be able to highlight that. Those of you are journalists here. You should be calling on the other political parties to follow the good example of the coalition of democratic change.
If we have our 30% inclusion.
Oh yeah, but even the 30% is part of the democratic process, with respect to how people are supposed to participate. But in terms of being transparent, having a fair process.
I said it when
our candidate is that
I gave you some
certainly. I heard you mentioning that. Your colleague has not said that, so I cannot to push
what? She has not said that. You should acknowledge that.
This is the most democratic.
No, I said it right. I said I heard you people talk
we
of.
We have significant achievement.
Let me applaud you for that. Let me applaud you for that and ask other parties as well to do the same, so that we won't be having.
Not just other parties. Joseph Boaga.
No, we don't want to be
It's not running from primary. He always run out from primary. Yeah, he has to be told.
Yeah, so surrounding the planned Saturday's program, right?
Yes.
So what can we say?
So let me begin them. The distinguished leaders will just as on the 14th, like you said, we'll be certificating all of the candidates who won the party's ticket in the various districts. And you're talking about how are we solving our conflict. Like they say, CDC is a very democratic and disciplined party. So I can assure you that even those who lost will also be at the program, because it is also about reconciling those differences. So on the 14th will be a very big program, reconciliation and a certification program of our candidate. Like you said, it's where you will know whether we have passed the 30% because it's very interested in the 30% women stuff.
I am.
Yeah, though you have to be. So I'm gonna show you that on the 14th, you will know that we have more than 30% women on our ticket.
I will be there.
Okay.
And so it's a very unique program. It will be a very unique program. And our winners in the various districts and counties will be represented, and those who partake and thus even those who are threatened going away. We are talking about, like we said, we have a conflict resolution committee, even an ethics committee. They are working behind the scene vigorously to make sure all of our people are back on board. This is a mission we must achieve 2023. And so we would love to see people there, to have interaction with those people who won and who lost, and they will give you the transparency article of the various processes in the various counties. So on the 14th is a very elaborate program. Thank you.
Okay.
So to follow, strengthen what Comrade Adeola Melvin Brown just said, the Congress of Democratic Change and now the Coalition of Democratic Change, because of the conglomerates of the other political party. So we can rest assure you that we have always engaged people. Our party have remained a very, very engaging party with respect to reconciling this country, and the reconciliation process. Evident by that, our president is a trailblazer of reconciliation. You can see that very tolerant president. There is no president in the history of this country that has been as tolerant as the president, Dr. George Manuel Weah. So that tolerance led the Coalition of Democratic Change throughout the entire five years or up to 6 months in terms of governance. With all of the issues, the intricacies we have had, we continue to maintain the solidarity forces, and that's why the Coalition of Democratic Change, instead of trying to deteriorate or disintegrate, as the case of the CPP, we even increase beyond the 3 political parties up to 9. So now you can see that our reconciliation efforts have been able to bring in other Liberians of similar mind or similar perspective with respect to the governance of the country. So our position on this issue is that each of the different people who contested in different districts, they obviously know that they participated in the process, and because they believe in the institution, that's why they did not go independent. They decided to join this process, and they are aware, but they are being engaged, as he said rightly. The certification program will bring them. Also, we have a thank you program that will be held around the 17th. So it will be very elaborate. You see these different people who people thought probably they are disenchanted. They will bring out their different supporters. They will come to thank the different supporters who supported them in the different districts, including the delegates and the partisans who came out to grace the different primaries activities in the different districts in the Republic of Liberia. So yeah, let me just name on this. So that whole process will be concluded with a very massive program, a very massive, driven program that also will be spearheaded by the president. The president will attend these different activities. So we don't have issue with people leaving our parties. Everything here about people disenchantment, those are all rumors. They are not true. Colonel Jimmy Smith, you talk about he raised an issue.
What about Eugene Falcon? I just want to know if he's
Let me come in. I would deeply appreciate. I know you doing your job. We might not dictate to you, but I will deeply appreciate if we concentrate or use our time focusing on.
Okay, but you said no one has. I just want to ask.
I agree. The purpose for which we are in your beautiful studio is to discuss
about the primary.
Yes,
So let's stick to the issue. Let's stick to the issue.
On Rainbow Friday. On Rainbow Friday, I refer to it as Rainbow Friday.
Are we invited?
Certain the media, they are the fourth estate. We certainly can't do without you. We recognize the media. On Rainbow Friday, we'll be certificating a total of 88 great sons and daughters of our country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Those people will be converging to be officially presented to the Liberian people who will be contesting on our party ticket come October. So yes, we believe that all of us as a country, as a people, it is our responsibility to make this place safe, to make this place unique. And so, going across the country, we were very comfortable with saying the tremendous work that this government, the president, have done. And in fact, the people were excited. The counties that went to the trenches. Our processes were held in the districts, not just the county seat. We went to districts across this country, 73 electoral or political districts. These processes
So then, let me hold you there.
Yeah.
What would be your message to these persons as you certificate them on the 14th? And if so, because we heard your chair said he wants to see that the election is a one-round thing. So what would be your message to these persons that you are certificating?
First of all, we believe those who were elected, those who are partisans, those are partisans. They believe in the ideology of the president. They understand what the president desires, his vision for this country, and so it will be incumbent upon them. And I think that will be inclusive in the president's message to them, and on that day to have them informed as you go about the campaign. Understand that the peoples are our priority. The people interest is what matters to us. And so the campaign, as we begin the campaign across this country, these are information these people will take across the country. And I can assure you, yes, the one round later it's certain. I can assure you.
That's the question I wanted to ask. Are you sure that CDC will emerge winner from the first round election?
Yeah, don't
One ballot, I can assure you.
Oh, you are right?
One ballot.
We are going to a very elaborate campaign process.
Yeah.
And each of the different candidates who have emerged from the primary as winners will definitely be in a different districts campaigning.
Okay.
Right? And our whole program also to prepare people for that campaign process.
Okay.
So the president winning on the first ballot is not something that we should become even to talk about, because it's
Are
glaring.
you sure?
Very glaring. You can see
And they are answering with attitude and strength.
I asked him about something that he was not comfortable talking about, and he went like,
This is a don't view. We are not waiting for October 10th.
He just fired to the point.
Because wanted to have a conversation surrounding it.
Around what they came to discuss.
The president re-election is visible. It's traceable.
Let's just do that one. Let's do that one. Go open the phone now.
Ask question. Only thing the president doing. Only thing the president doing here for 6 years. You ask him whether he. In fact, they are copying from us. I hear them saying somebody will be elected on the first ballot. I didn't laugh.
You just laughing.
I didn't laugh. We the one bro. First ballot election here on Dr. President. We are. What are these men done to be elected on the first ballot? President, we are workings are all over the place.
The public will be the judge.
And the
The
public
problem is
all
very
over the
much
judge.
aware.
The public are
Significant
always-
development, road connectivity, infrastructure development. You see the health sector, Rambi, go to Babolu County, go to the Futi Military Hospital. Currently, see the electricity stability. Did you hear the guy who was complaining that a generator, he not facing generator again, so because the electricity stable, how will they play? He can live there anytime or was around here to that, but that 12 years of our president, electricity, if I to get currently or me, I chief. The rich man,
I actually want to tell you guys, the president is doing his best when it comes to electricity, because from Tingos village, I'm benefiting from that.
thank you.
So for that, I'm an honest person.
We have testimonies in
Yeah.
the building. We have testimonies
Thank you.
all over this place.
Yeah, for Tingos village.
The southeast, for the 444 kilometers of road about the Kista, fully all secure. Everything meant just about the rainy season stopping when people started work there.
Okay.
That was massive development of this country.
Thank
No
you.
president in the history of the country has done what Joshua has done in 5 and 6 years.
Thank
The
you ever so
problem will
much.
decide
Thank
on
you.
that.
The problem is
Just
aware.
like she said, it will be decided at the ballot box. So let's now open the line to have the people's reaction. Call us on 077090790708880907907. And let's hear you weigh in on the CDC primaries as it relates to what was done, whether you were disenchanted or not. You can call and let us hear from you how you think the process was and what's your take on what all they have said in studio here this morning. Let's have this person. We have our first caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Go ahead.
Who know the United Party boys are disenchanted? I told you.
Okay. Koji, You exhausted your time already. We don't have time. Let's take another call.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's have this next person.
Good morning, your name and where you calling from? Okay, I think we lost that person.
Good morning.
Your name and where you calling from? Yeah, William, go ahead, make your point. Make your point, you don't have time.
Okay.
You exhausted your time.
Okay, next person. Because it's like the people are
Money.
prepared to.
Your name and where you calling from? Speak to the issue, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you ever so much for having your say 0880-907-907, 0770-907-907 are the numbers. Let's go to the Lone Star line. Good morning. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. What's up, Liberia? Go ahead.
Okay.
You
Thank you.
exhausted your
Thank
time,
you.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's have this next person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Poker, please go to the point. You introduce yourself 50 times on the show today, but I will off you.
He wants to listen.
I told you, Poker, go to the point.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Poker. Thank you. Thank you.
Poker,
Let's have
please,
this next
if
person.
you call, go to the point. Good morning, your name and where you calling from? Good morning.
We lost that person.
Yeah,
Let's have the Lone Star line.
Your name and where you calling from? Ma,
You
waiting for you
okay?
to call your money. You know you can make my money, you know, eh? We fine,
Okay.
go ahead. Amen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much. That's all the time we have for calls now, as we will go around the table to have you have your parting comments before we leave.
So thank you. By ranking, I'm the least person here, so
Because I think all of what the people say is just in your favor.
Yes,
So we
I
don't need to.
don't know if the public were listening, but anyway, that's their
the
decision.
public was listening. Why? Because they are inferior or
No,
nobody.
I just
So
want
they
that
can
they
say
should
that
be balanced.
you just said that the people will make that decision now.
They make their decision
open the
already. And
ground
I'm
and-
happy that you heard them for yourself, so go to the point.
So
Thank
to
you.
the point that I think I was appearance here was a very wonderful. Like all the colors came in our line except that guy who don't understand the difference between primary and convention. So I'm not going to dwell into that. We have always had our transparent process ranking way back from 2011 to 2017. And so the council said, yes, it's a good thing. Somebody who can win the confidence of 450% can win a district. That's the reason why we begin from that little number. But everybody who are on the party ticket, I think these are people who have the confidence of the 9 political parties. And they are willing to work vigorously to make sure that you let them coping with campaign with individual districts and community. And so the primary was wonderful. We have concluded Friday is the certification. All hands are on deck after we kick off for the campaign process. After the 14 program is the 17 program, the thank you rally for the president. And then we kick off for the campaign process, hitting counties, trenches, butches. Our president is very healthy and he's in good fit. He's willing to walk the longest mile to go anywhere. So we will kickstart the campaign very soon. Thank you all so much for having me on this platform. It's a pleasure being in the circle of two distinguished young leaders who have been very wonderful in imparting knowledge in the
Okay, thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
No problem. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, dear sisters. Thank you for the opportunity, for inviting us into your studio. It was very good being here. So, like Melvin said, we have a very important program coming on Saturday,
Okay.
and that's where our focus, our attentions are all on. We have 88 persons, as I said, great sons and daughters of our country will be certificated. Also,
Sorry.
can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, on the 17th will be another big one. It will be an official thank you program, and it will interest you to know that this event will take place across the country, where the president will be appreciating his people as well. And so it will be a very big thank you across the country. All of the county seats will be having that event. That's on for the 17th, as we gradually prepare for the big deal on October 10th. And in the campaign, during the campaign, the message is clear. It's clean. We want you to retrospect, look at the record of the man, see the work he's done for the last 5, almost 6 years now. The comparison, and so he will be judged and he will be re-elected based on these records. So I want to say thank you to the leadership of the independent primary committee headed by Honorable Jefferson Tambakoji,
Okay.
a very great leader, for giving us the opportunity and this platform to provide information to our people across the length and breadth.
Thank you.
So thank you so kindly.
Okay.
Again, thank you to the voice of Liberia family, Donkey and you, your colleague. You guys have been doing extremely
That's
well.
great.
Yeah. Again, I would like to end on these notes that the chairperson of the primary committee, Maserati County, Honorable Comrade Ideological Hassan Newland, Eddie Trawale, co-chair, Iriagba, Secretary General, Chairman Imayanito Johnson, who also served as the ex-official on the primary committee, and then the law mayor, Jefferson Tamakochi, who served as the advisor, we were able to conduct this process very peacefully and transparently. And then we have the 17 candidates here, as I have the name Ruth James, for district number 1, Kokolo Bamor, district 2, Samuel Kofi Jones, District 3, Momo B. Kamara, District 4, Eric V, District 5, Richard Gabriel Singbe, District 6, Solomon Josh, District 7, Akaras Spirit, District 8, Frank Sar Fogo Jr., District 9, Josephine W. Davis, District number 10, Akwe Gawolo, District 11, Prince Demi Kripla, District 12, Edward Papi Flomo, District 13, Muta Kamara, District 14, Banan Kamara, District 15, Dixon Sibo, District 16, and Bena Blue Benson, District number 17. So with these candidates in Maserado County, you can rest assured that the victory of the Coalition of Democratic Change is very certain. These are very strong and formidable candidates. They are very strong in the respective district. They have a relationship with the masses. Again, just to say this to that comrade from the Unity Party, we told you the guys are there. They got no fresh idea. They have somebody who very bereft of any new fresh idea leading the party. That's why they do it. As Mary said, why the man doesn't even understand the difference between primary and convention? We had a convention, live broadcast, took that, cameras that were there. So it's saying that in the US, where the elections are held up to the next hours.
Time, please.
Because the elections are held in the next elections are not democratic in the US. These are weak people who don't have argument. That's why they don't have anything to provide to this country.
Okay.
We continue to lead this country by example, by development, by infrastructure development, by peace. The democratic nature of this government is very, very effective. That's why tolerance and press freedom is on the rise. And
Thank
you
you,
can see
sir.
Voice FM, Voice of Liberia, all of the different radio institutions are making progress. Thank you for the host. We actually appreciate next time. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much for coming. And that's how we call it a day on the platform today. Good morning, Liberia. These were guests we had from CDC Primary Committee. And okay, thank you. Next time we will give you more time. We'll give you more time next time. Thank you ever so much for being here. And I've been here with Grace William Joshua, and together we've been having the program Good Morning Liberia. And like we said, every other day we will be here every morning to present to you this program Good Morning Liberia. So that's how we like to go on the program today. And winding down is our theme song.